Hi everyone, I'm Northern Joy. I have danced on the main stage at House of Blues in Dallas, Houston, and New Orleans, as well as other venues across the Dallas area. We are in the midst of the COVID-19 quarantine, yay! There are so many kinds of burlesque out there, from classic burlesque to neo-burlesque and nerdlesque and everything you can imagine. And so I just want to start by saying that there's no wrong way to burlesque. Take risks, whatever you think defines sexuality to you. Do that in an entertaining and engaging way. You can't go wrong. Use this as just a jumping off point. Bring in your individuality, your creativity, bring something new to the scene. The cool thing about burlesque is that there is room for everyone because everyone is unique and everyone brings something different. Step one for me is know your goal. Are you doing burlesque, getting into burlesque just for something fun to do? Are you wanting to just try it for yourself? Do you want to take a class with others? Are you wanting to perform for a partner at home, or maybe send videos to someone that you can't see in person? Or maybe you are, have big dreams and you want to be on the stage and you want to tour and do all the things. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be demonstrating what to do in your home, since that's what I have to work with. Know that you can apply these principles no matter what your goal is. Step two, and I think the most important step, is confidence. Even fake it till you make it if you have to. Whatever that means for you. If you're funny, if you're sassy, if you are super sexy, if you're a little silly, if you're into movies and, fandoms, bring that confidence and that individuality into whatever it is that you're doing in your performance. Remember that you can focus attention where you want attention and avoid putting attention in places where you don't. For me, I think that I have great eyes, great hair, great legs, so I'm gonna send attention to those places. I maybe don't love my stomach as much, and so I'm not gonna come out doing the truffle shuffle in a two-piece bikini, You can adapt anything that you do to focus on the things that you're, most proud of and that you most love about yourself, and, leave the other things a little, under the radar, and that's okay. Step three is finding your moves. What is it that gets you excited about doing burlesque and about entertaining yourself or someone, or getting in touch with that sensual side of yourself? Maybe you want to do something that's like fast and zippy, or maybe you're really into something very slow and very sensual. Maybe you want to do something that's more classic, or maybe something that's more modern. Maybe you want to do stripping, which is great, or maybe you don't want to do stripping, which is also great. A lot of the principles are still going to be exactly the same. I'm going to show you a few tips and tricks, a few moves that you can start with. These are not requirements. These are just a few things to get you started in case you have no idea what to do with your body, which is me most of the time. Think about the triple Ds. Display, draw attention, and display. So whatever it is that you're doing, you want to display it, you want to draw attention to it, whatever that is, and then you want to display it again. Also, use what you have around you. If you're at home like I am, you can use your bed, your sofa, your countertops, your floor. Use pillows, use blankets. Feel free to accessorize however you want, because you may be really limited on space like I am in my studio apartment, but that doesn't mean that you don't have really interesting things that you can work with. And then once you know where you're gonna be doing your routine, think about what you wanna do with your body, like burlesque basics, shimmies, hip bumps. You can tease down the leg, you can tease up the leg, you can turn around backwards and show off your backside. Hair flips. If all else fails, add a hair flip. If you've got hair, work it. Even if you don't have hair, work that too. There's also two different kind of styles that I see out there as far as how you tackle what is in your routine. And one of them I like to call the strut and strip, which is exactly what it sounds like. You strut and you strip. And even if it's not stripping, do that display, draw attention, display. It's all about that tease and just getting that attention and getting people to want more, whether you give it to them or not. Think about slow motion stretching. So, take a normal stretch move that you might do, slow that down and add a little personality to it. Just think of yourself in slow motion or kind of underwater, and that's gonna start to give you a good basis for what your body feels like and what feels good to you in motion. You can do lots of poses. You can think about popping into those poses quickly, or you can think about drawing them out real slow and dramatic until you get to that pose. Because you wanna think about creating pictures too, because if you are performing this, on stage for people, it's always good to have those photo moments, because otherwise you come back with every photo of you looking like this, or like this, which happens to me all the time, and that's normal. But it's always nice when you can give a photographer a few key moments to catch a nice frame of you. Also, eye contact is really important. Creating eye contact and connecting with someone individually or as a group, I think is really powerful. And also not making eye contact. When do you look at someone? When do you make that eye contact? What does your face look like when you make that eye contact? Those are all different things that you can think about when you're thinking about your tease and those moments that you're creating. Step 4, practice and watch yourself. I cannot stress enough how helpful it is to watch yourself. Now, watch yourself with kind eyes. Be gentle. And imagine that you are watching a friend or even a complete stranger. How would you critique them? What are the things that you think worked really well? And what are the things that, maybe could use some improvement? And me, I don't have a big mirror here that I can look into. So the only way I can really self-reflect is to record myself and watch it back. And it's painful. I kind of sometimes watch with like one eye open. I'm like, oh my gosh, what did I do? But it is really, really helpful if you are looking for, feedback on how to improve. If this is just for you, if this is just for a partner and, you're not that concerned, with the overall aesthetic, don't worry about it. Just focus on feeling good. Be confident, commit, enjoy yourself. That doesn't have to mean that you have a big smile on your face. You could be doing a very subtle, Tyra, smize, channel that persona, but give it 100% and really be committed to it. Because if you are self-conscious, if you are hesitant, if you are unsure, your performance is just gonna take a deep nosedive. But just know that mistakes happen and things don't always turn out the way you plan, and that's okay, because there is a lot of sexiness, I think, in my opinion, to authenticity and those genuine moments and little accidents and things that make us human. It's all beautiful. I'm so excited for you. I'm so glad that you were interested in learning a little bit about burlesque and burlesque at home, for that matter. There are so many resources online for videos and the history of burlesque, and I encourage you to check those out. If you create a video that you're willing to share, tag me on Instagram at Northern Joy so I can check it out. I would love to see what you come up with. I wish you the best of luck in whatever it is you do with these burlesque basics. Mwah!